What's going on, everybody? This is Afro Think Tank. Today, I want to talk about the black man and his attitude, and the black woman and their attitude, right? And I want you to try to do something. I've been doing this for years on purpose, and I swear it works almost every time, pretty much every time for the most part. All right. So what I really want to talk about is how we as African Americans have been conditioned to be super and overly aggressive, right? Right? How we forefathers were conditioned not to look at people, you know what I'm saying, not to stare in their face or whatever. It's just like don't stare people in the eye. And, you know, there's something to that when it comes to how things work in nature. Like if you look at animals who are carnivores, who are pack creatures, the whole looking at people's directly in the eye, it could be seen as a challenge or danger or something like that. How y'all doing? Hello. All right. It could be seen as a challenge to some people. Now, I want you to take note that it's nighttime and I just walked past two black ladies and I made sure to say hello to them, right? With a smile on my face, even though it's nighttime outside, right? And this kind of goes with what I'm trying to say. But we've been conditioned to act a certain way in public, and we kind of continue to do it now, right? And we also been conditioned to be afraid of each other as black folks, right? Because we watch and consume the same black exploitation in social media as everybody else. So while everybody else is afraid of us, we are afraid of us, even though we should have no reason to be afraid of each other. But because we are afraid of each other, sometimes the most dangerous person is a person who's afraid, right? Especially a person who's afraid has a gun, or a person who's afraid has a knife or something like that. Because when you're afraid, your body's gonna do two things: fight or flight, right? You're either gonna automatically fight, right? That's how you hear a lot of people say they black out, they didn't know what they did, and they did something they can't take back. It's because their body took over and decided it wanted to survive. Or, you know how we flight. We black people, we are still in tune with nature. So when shit hit the fan and something scary happen, we fly. We literally fly on our tippy toes. We are Usain Bolt when it's time to like get up out of there, right? No problem. Like we literally, y'all know what I'm talking about. When y'all hear that sound and you see somebody running, everybody's on their tiptoes, like straight gliding over whatever it is. You any fence, you flying over that, no problems. Like you straight parkour and freaking some ninja shit, right? That's how we operate. And what I've discovered, you know, is that if you're nice to people on purpose, it could be infectious. So like when you're walking past somebody, right? You know, like two dudes walking past. I'm walking this way, another person walking this way. You know, in our society, if you look at each other too long, it's a mean mug, right? So now we think, is he challenging me? Am I challenging him? Are we challenging each other? I'm a man, he's a man, I'm a man, he's a man. Gotta fight. And sometimes shit happen, right? Because somebody says something. You know, because just like in nature, when something is afraid, they hiss, they bark, they howl, they try to intimidate, they try to look bigger. It's a protection mechanism. And we humans are still animals, and we do the same thing. So what I do when I'm walking past every black person, I always acknowledge them. I say, what's up? And I smile in their face. And I'm telling you, they smile back and they say, what's up back? Because it's almost like, I'm safe, you safe, I'm cool, you cool, what's up, have a good day. I'm giving them a miniature moment of recognizing them as they walk by as another black person. I do that. White folks don't do that. White folks don't do the heads up or the head nod. They don't do that. We do that. We automatically do it, but sometimes we don't use the tool, right? So I purposely use the tool when I'm walking past dudes, right? And I swear, sometimes we strike a conversation. If we walk in the same direction, we'll strike a conversation. Or when they're walking by, I say, what's up? Or let's say I'm walking past something like this, right? Let me show you. Look at this. This is a stereotypical stepway where you see a bunch of, you know, black folks will be sitting, right? What I would do is when I'm walking by, first thing I do when I'm walking past them, I don't act like I'm afraid, because you may not know it or not, but you can sense when somebody's afraid. Just like, and you can sense when somebody's being prey, and sometimes it activates that person's predatory, you know, actions. So what I do, I always walk in confidence. I always walk strong, like I can hold my own. But when I walk past a bunch of dudes sitting there, you know what I do? I don't act scared. I look at them and say, hey, what's going on, guys? What's up, fellas? What's up, fam? With pure confidence. And you know what happens every single time? They go from going like this, you know, whatever they were posing, to like, hey, what's up? Because then all of a sudden, ice broken, You cool, I'm cool. You don't think I ain't shit, I don't think you ain't shit. Because sometimes people actually react because they say, oh, you think I'm scared of you? So because you think I'm scared of you, I'm gonna make you scared of me. Because people get sick and tired of being blamed for shit they ain't doing, and sometimes they just start to do it, right? We all been there, right? So I always make it a point to greet all my brothers, you know, that I see, because I love my brothers, man. I love my brothers, you know what I'm saying? You know, I don't know them all, and I don't trust them all, and I ain't naive, but I love my brothers in general. So I always, you know, I always put my best foot forward whenever I'm walking past somebody or entering the room or anything. When I see ladies, I speak. You know, I say, how you doing? There's stuff we used to do back in the day. Stuff we do as community. And here's the thing, man. Most tough guys don't want to be tough. Nobody walks around wants to be tough. Nobody wants to act tough all the time, be tough. Sometimes people have to do that in order to survive. That's their coping mechanism. That's the thing they use to shield themselves from the outside world. But majority of people really just are nice people at heart, right? Look at the most thuggiest thug. If you want to see how that person really is, look how they play with their dog or their cat, right? That's the real them. When they're around an energy that doesn't view them or is not judging them, that's showing them 100% love, look how people actually act when they're around that. That's why people with animals are happier, right? Because they get to experience 100% pure love and appreciation with no conditions, right? So if I'm walking past an old lady, I'm gonna do all the chivalrous things that we supposed to do as black men, that in a good community we supposed to do. I practice what I preach, and it becomes infectious, right? So sometimes these old ladies, they remember a time when they would have respect and be able to safely walk about, and that any young man would be willing to stop whatever they're doing to help them. I give them that, right? I help an old lady, old black lady. I mean, I hope any old lady. I mean, come on, I ain't evil. But I help an old lady, you know what I'm saying? If she need to cross street, I'm actually gonna do it, and I've done it. If any assistance they look like they need at the moment, I'ma do it, right? Whether it be an old lady or old man, I give old men respect because they deserve it. First of all, they made it to be old, which is an achievement. I give them the respect they deserve, right? I always, when I see children, I like, you know, if I see children, I see their parents, I always greet the parent and let them know, you know, I'm acknowledging you. I see that you have your children here, and I always maintain a safe space because I know how parents are, because I'm a parent, but I always greet them, acknowledge them, especially when I see a brother walking with his daughter, or a brother walking with his son, like a black man, you know, you see him with his child. I'm always like, I'm definitely gonna make sure I recognize him. And I'm telling you, if we do that as a community, we start showing that genuine love and care just for just a small instance, somebody you don't know, and you just recognize them because they're a member of your community, you know, which you live. I'm telling you, the shit will pass. The shit can go a long way. You have no idea what people are going through, you know, throughout the day. So if you sitting there and you may be that one smile, that one hello that they didn't expect, that just like, you know what, it ain't all bad. You know, I've had that happen, and I had people do that to me. I've been in a bad day, and it's somebody, you know, you never expect. You already stereotyped them as soon as you saw them, and then bam, they turned out to be the nicest, sweetest, most awesome person for that moment, and it makes your day. So, you know, if you have that type of energy, you walk around with that type of energy. If your aura is that energy, like that's my energy. Even if the people who I bang on YouTube, right? Let's say I ran into them in person. I guarantee you, no matter how much shit I done talked about, maybe their group, their ideological thinking, or whatever it is that we don't agree on, if they met me in person, they're gonna like me. Why? Because when I meet them, I'm gonna greet them with love. I'm gonna greet them with happiness. What's going on, bro? You see how I just did that? I took the time. That's why when y'all see me in videos, I always say I'll stop my video and say what's up to anybody, especially my black people, just because it's hard out here. You just gotta let people know, I see you. Some people just need to be seen, because there's people walking around through life alone and no one says nothing to them because everybody is uptight, everybody mad about something, you know what I'm saying, you know, stressed out. You never know what people are going through. So I want you guys to try that. If you don't normally do that, try to be extra nice to random strangers, spend the whole day and just create the aura of niceness, because when you meet me, you're gonna meet the same person. Like I done had, listen, cause I be outside for real. Some of these YouTubers, you don't never see them out their house. You don't know if they real. They could be AI for all you know, for real. You know, this shit getting real good nowadays. But you know, as people recognize me, in my small city in the DMV, they come up to me. And when they come up to me, guess what? I'm shaking their hand, I'm talking, hey, what's up? They get that this energy right here. They get the same energy, the happiness, the positivity in person, right? That way they can confirm the person that they watched is the real person that they meet. Because ain't nothing like meeting somebody who you think is this and that, and you meet them, they end up being something else because they was playing a character the whole time, and then you're disappointed, and you're like, fuck them, and you become a permanent hater. You know what I'm saying? Shit happens all the time because people are fake, right? And I'm real, so I just gotta be like that. So people come up to me all the time, and you know, they just want to talk to the person that they admire or that they appreciate or that they like. And I talk to them, I shake their hand. I don't act like I'm better than them, because I ain't better than nobody. Listen, I ain't better than nobody. I'm a dude on the internet. I'm a regular guy. I bleed like everybody else. No matter what I've done in my life, I just was lucky enough. I was in the right place at the right time, you know, in the right area. That's it. That's how I carry it, you know. So I treat everybody else equally and with respect until they show me that they don't deserve my respect, and that's where they don't get it, right? But you know, just try to walk around with the aura of niceness. I'm telling you, it's magnetic. It's magnetic. If you walk around with the proper aura and you're nice and you kind to everybody, that's the first thing. You give everybody an A at the beginning of the class, right? Let them earn their D and their E. If you do that and you create that energy, you'd be surprised what energy comes around you. You'd be surprised, even if a negative energy comes, you can turn that negative energy positive, right? But if you walk around super negative, all you're gonna attract is negativity. And that's the thing, you gotta be positive. Life is always gonna be hard. It's always gonna be stressful. That's like the whole point, right? Life is nothing but a struggle, right? Life is a struggle, right? And in between the struggle, you have a good time. Try to have as much fun as you possibly can in between all the drama, right? Anyway, I want you guys to practice that. Whoever watches this video, take a day. Be super extra overly nice. Don't be fake. Just be your real authentic you. Just look at everybody else like cute puppies. All right? Everybody's a cute puppy. How would you treat the cute puppy? All right? All right? And see what happens. See how people react to you. And see what energy you get back. I'm telling you, it's infectious. All right? Anyway, I want you guys to try that. We definitely need to be doing that within the black community, because they do it in Africa. That's one thing that they do in Africa that we kind of do sparsely here, that we need to pick up and ramp up, right? And create a better environment, the environment we want. If we want a better environment, we have to be a part of creating that environment. You understand? We can't just talk about it, but don't be a part of that change, no matter how small that change is. And you as an individual, you only need to do it, and only one person need to be affected, and then they're gonna pay it forward. That's how it's supposed to work, all right? Well, anyway, I hope you guys understood that. Tell me what you guys think in the comment section. If you're gonna do it, tell me you're gonna do it in the comment section. If you have done it, after watching the video, come back and tell me how it worked out in the comment section. Anyway, that's all I got to say. It's Afro Think Tank. Learn something, teach something. I'm out.